Hi, I'm Fiona, and in this video we're going to take a look at the difference between compassion, pity, empathy and sympathy. What is the difference between them all? It's very hard to establish. Many of us think that they mean all the same things, but there is a slight difference between them all. Many of us think that they all mean the same things, but pitying someone is very different to being compassionate towards someone, because when you are compassionate, you are more involved in their life and you are looking at their level and you want to take away that pain that they are feeling, that suffering that they are feeling. Examining the differences, we come to realise that being compassionate is where we really want to be in our lives. It is the highest connection that we can have with others. There is no judgment. You're feeling their pain. You are experiencing what they are experiencing and you would like to relieve it. You want them to feel better and you're coming from a good place as well. Sometimes showing kindness to someone when it's against what we believe in, maybe we have a different opinion on the situation, is very, very difficult. But you need to put your opinion aside when you're being compassionate to somebody else. And also understanding and being compassionate towards ourselves, that self-love to ourselves, that is one of the hardest things to do. So let's take a look at what the difference is. We'll start with pity and later in this video we'll end up with compassion. Let's start with the first one, pity. When you pity someone, you're acknowledging the situation. You're feeling the sadness that they are feeling around the situation. Pity is an emotion, just like joy, sadness, anger. They're all emotions that you feel. The only thing is, when you pity someone, you are looking at that person in a position of superiority. So it's not a great place to be when you pity someone. You're not focusing on their life when you are pitying someone. Sympathy. This is when you care about the suffering of the other person. You're taking a look at the different situation now. It is the ability to understand and feel the sadness of whatever is happening in front of you. You are using cognitive thinking in this situation. This is when you are using the mental information. You are thinking, you are reading, learning, you are understanding around this particular situation. That's what cognitive thinking is. Then you will turn this into knowledge. You are sorry for them. You are showing concern for the person. And this is shown in your behaviour towards the other person. You are indirectly saying, I hear you. You can already see, looking at sympathy to pity, that there is a different level. You are hearing the person. You're just not acknowledging the feelings of that other person. You're a step up. The next step would be empathy. Now you're actually feeling the suffering yourself. Whether you realise it or not, empathy is a positive feeling. This is where you're thinking about the situation of the other person and you're feeling the situation. You feel bad for the other person. You are feeling the emotional state of that other person. It's like you're putting yourself in their shoes. You are listening to the other person saying how they're feeling around the situation, but you're also sharing your experiences in this situation as well. That is, if they are similar, but you're also showing no judgment to the other person. You're accepting what they're saying. You are being there to support the other person. It's being aware and being sensitive of that other person's thoughts and feelings. Compassion is that you would like to relieve that other person's suffering. You are understanding the situation and you really want to be there for them. In other words, you're suffering together. The other person is benefiting by you being there and taking upon that suffering. And it is for their benefit, not yours. When you are listening to the other person, again, you're doing so with no judgment. You're listening to their point of view and accepting their point of view, and also looking at the different perspectives of the situation, like a helicopter. You are connecting emotionally with the other person, offering as much help as you can. The main thing is you are accepting that person for who they are in this whole process, because everyone makes mistakes. The difference between compassion and empathy is that you are taking action by trying to relieve the pain of and suffering of the other person, whereas empathy, you are feeling the pain. You have an awareness around that pain, and you are attempting to feel it from their perspective, from their suffering. At the end of the day, compassion is our ultimate goal, where we would like to be at. We all need to be compassionate for one another and compassionate to ourselves. And by explaining the difference, at least now you're not showing pity to someone else. You want to aim to show that compassion to that other person, to live the best life that they can lead and you can lead, by being together and being supportive of one another, because that is the most important thing in life. That is one of the biggest lessons we've come to learn in our life, is to be compassionate. And then the ultimate lesson is being compassionate towards ourselves. And again, as I say, it is the hardest lesson to learn in life. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next time. Bye.